Binford, Golly Golly, Robin Williams, Silo, go go go.
A zombie apocalypse is always a fun hypothetical to think about. Where would you go? What would you arm yourself with? What kind of zombies are there, and how would you survive? Right, Slater, quickfire. Where would you go?
Croydon.
What would you arm yourself with?
Actually, no, America, because they're all fat and slow.
What would you arm yourself with?
Guns, because it's America.
What kind of zombies? Like slow bastards, quick bastards?
Well, as long as they're faster than the fat people, I'm fine.
And how would you survive? What are you doing? What's your plan? Are you fortifying, or are you just crying in a corner?
Well, I've got a lot of guns.
Yeah,
so
we run out of
I'd
ammo.
probably just but that's a future problem. At this current moment, the main problem. How would I survive? I'd break into I don't know, some American fast food place and survive off that for a day and a half until I realize it's all shit, and then just get killed by zombies. Probably.
Welcome to Chili's. As we are set deep in South Wales, where a demon is possessing all of the old folk into becoming zombies. It's campy, low budget, and to anyone who doesn't understand the accents, sounds absolutely bloody insane. We are Easily Entertained, the channel dedicated to immortalising our favourite and least favourite pieces of media. I'm your host, Ash, and I'm joined by Slater.
Hello!
And tonight, we're reviewing the residents of Lanpilgin Gon Geri Rob William Siliogo Gross favourite movie, Granny of the Dead.
Do you remember your 18th birthday when I said I was coming as the Invisible Man and I just didn't show up?
I was good that. No one's...
Lovely Welsh fields and a lovely Welsh church. Eerie as fuck, that. To open the film. They're all hanging out like old times. And you can tell they've been friends for life. It's a fun little dynamic and carries that Welsh snarky charm.
Snarky little fuckers.
Hmm.
Hey, you better than us, do you?
Fucking, we've been friends since 2019.
My favourite part of this segment is that the two lads, like Harry and Hoodie, are fucking taking the piss out of Billy, who he doesn't really do much in the movie, but that's fine. And they're like, "Oh yeah, Gaz is shagging a right bit of filth." And then Harry goes, "Yeah, oh yeah, she's proper filthy." It's just like
She's so filthy.
It's just a really shit double act, but I'm all for it.
A dark, skeletal, shadowy hand appears on the wall, and someone's drunk Nan shows up. Screaming at the teens, she scares them away, but has a heart attack and starts wriggling on the floor. Seems like it had to do something with the creepy skeleton hand shadow on the wall. Paranormal?
Yes. Alright. So this is Granny of the Dead. But is this woman the Granny of the Dead?
Well, no, that'd be the Great Granny of the Dead.
How prestigious is the Granny of the Dead title? Are all the old folk fighting over it in the host? You're not Granny of the Dead. I'm Granny of the Dead. Ah!
God, Nan, you still got 2 more years in you.
Nan, you've drank 3 Malibus. You're still our favourite.
I'm the fucking man of the man of the dead. He's got like one of the, like the beauty queen, those beauty queen fucking sachets. He's got one of those on.
Now imagine it being like they suddenly turn it into like a fucking mobster. Like they sit down in like the cafeteria and they're like, "Yeah, well, I could flip this sheet over you on any time, and all the food would go on your lap, and I wouldn't give a shit."
It'd be deadly warm. Just like,
how'd you like chili to the face?
I'll make her an offer she can't resist. The granny screams at the camera, and we transition to a day later. Our main protagonist, Ed, is slowly waking up in the morning, not a care in the world till he sees his grand's lifeless in her chair. It all changes when she starts spewing black gunk out of her mouth.
Dirty bitch.
Fucking. So it looked like Gaz has gotten to you too.
Why is it black?
We see what everyone is getting up to, and the funniest part is the 2 lads with a shotgun. They just blew Harry Lad's uncle's brains out, which they're screaming at, but also can't stop looking at.
He-
Oh, no! I can see his brains! I can't look away!
These guys are slightly the one's slightly mental, I'll be honest. He's a little
Yeah.
too trigger happy to be reasonable. I suppose
no.
the bit that I didn't cover is that there's a bit where he's genuinely like looking at the shotgun. He sees a bit of his uncle's like brain, and he's like, "Hey, brainy, brainy."
But yeah,
And
Uncle's
then
a
the
brainy
hairy
lad,
lad
wasn't
just
he?
looks at her like, "Too soon, mate. Too soon."
We also see the glasses guy, who's fully prepared and absolutely not worried in the slightest. Almost as if he was ready for an outbreak like this. He gives Ed all the best advice, which he blatantly ignores. Ed just goes with his own stuff.
He also fucking takes his glasses off and puts them back on about 70 times. He starts flipping that shit on. Well, bud, I see that the best way to do this is to do that.
It's like when Morgan Freeman appears on screen and suddenly gains more freckles when he's about to explain something. see when he's explaining something, his freckles stick out so much more.
Guys, why the fuck is the special effects budget so high? Well, we did get Morgan Freeman in there. So.
We spent 250 grand on his freckles. Ed investigates downstairs once more, but finds his nan making pancakes with meat from his dead cat Moggy. But we loved Moggy.
I love my cat Moggy.
Why did they have to kill the cat? Calling the emergency services, he tries to get them to come no matter what. First he says his nan has the gun, and is shooting the house up. Then once questioned, he changes his story, saying, "No, I've got the gun, bitch." And then if no one comes round, he's gonna blow his nan's bloody head off. Which I think is the most frightening a Welsh person has ever sounded.
Okay, this was in my love for this film, I quickly realised that first the line about my nan's kid, my cat, I loved Moggy. That was one of my favourite lines. And the next line is the sudden change, where he's like, my nan's got a gun, and she's about to blow my fucking house's brains off. And then she's like, so are you saying your nan has a shotgun? And he's like, no, I've got the shotgun, bitch.
It's what a change up.
I'm gonna blow my nan's bloody head off. Oh, yeah.
Everyone in the town just seems to be going about their daily shit. Like there isn't fucking zombies everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, because no one else went, hey, police, there's some fucking zombies here. Or the police just prank calls. And then the sergeant's going to be like, there's been 100 calls of zombies, yeah.
There might be something going on here.
And yeah, it kind of just went like, has there only been a zombie outbreak in the tiniest of Welsh villages?
In the south of Wales.
No one's gonna fucking care. Glasses boy witnesses an old man trying to batter a milkman, but he escapes when he glasses the zombie and runs away. He then sees a bingo crowd stumble down the street, and we realise that there may only be old zombies. We learn that this is supernatural, and the telltale signs that they have white eyes, then black eyes, and then a demon face. This ties into the black skeleton hand on the wall. Do we learn any more about this? Nah. Nah, get fucked.
Oh, no. White skeleton, not white skeletons. White eyes are slow zombies. Black eyes are fast zombies. And the demon face is just vibing.
They did.
Big
big fans of Scream. Ed realised what he must do. Call his girlfriend? Nah. He calls his mate Gaz, who is pumping Billy's nan. Ed screams that she's a zombie, and Gaz replies, zombie, you cheeky fuck. And as her head goes under the covers, she starts sucking and then chomps his fucking knob off. He rips the sheet off her head, and the zombie is grinning with his severed cock in her mouth. I wrote a nice little note here. Surprisingly convincing, Pete. Rate the dead bitten off penis.
See, I'm surprised you managed to get that much force with her having false teeth.
The dentures are packing heat. She's got grills. Just for gas.
It's solid steel.
I just love the whole thing because he's talking to Ed and he's like, Ed's like, no, you're still shagging her, aren't you? And he's like, well, she's like a cat on heat, but I can't be stopped. And then at the end goes, right, Ed, I'm gonna keep the phone on. She's a right screamer.
Imagine just listening to your mate pumping your other mate's man.
Yeah. Back to the two lads who are still staring at the brain. The man with the shotgun apologizes for shooting his uncle in the face. They rationalize it by saying he was coming right at them. The hairy one, though, asks if he had to shoot his dog, though. Hoodie Boy says, but he's got that look in his eye. And Harry reminds him that he's always got that look in his eye. Why? Because he's only got one eye. Oh, these two are the best written fucking parts in the movie. Ed figures his next point of attack as the police has arrived. But before this can go any further, we cut to the Hat Man who's fending off a child zombie. Who left their child in a shed? And also, who the fuck allowed a child to be turned into a baby? Wait, hold on. Who left their child in a shed? And who the fuck allowed a baby to turn into a zombie?
Look, to be fair, if I don't know how
I'm
this
not
episode
saying
works.
someone should make a low budget baby zombie horror movie. But imagine imagine if they do it in the same style as fucking shit. What's the Poultrygeist?
Oh.
And so they just have the baby dropping one lines. Just like goo goo gaga, bitch. Fucking using its plastic hand to slap.
It looks like you're gonna be the one rattling this time.
Suck on this
like,
dummy, bitch. I don't know why she's fucking Duke Nukem.
You should have been wearing a diaper, because you're about to shit your pants.
Wow, what a screamer. The Rosses are on the case, and it feels like they're like, Hot Fuzz anyone? Hot Fuzz lads.
Have you ever heard of a film
Hot Fuzz.
called Hot Fuzz?
They witness the postie who had his hand bitten off earlier, but now he's the one biting it. What's wrong with you? The Welshies pull out their Glocks? Okay, don't know about you, but I've never seen a Welsh police officer with a gun.
I've never seen a Welsh police officer.
Yeah, true. I guess maybe they brought one out because they went, but they didn't even think there were zombies. They just went, oh, it's a prank call with someone with a shotgun. Ah, alright, there's a shotgun about. It makes sense, kind of.
Yeah,
I don't know why they've got a fucking Glock, though.
But hear me out. Any situation where a gun has been sighted and there's going to be a shooting, you don't send 2 police officers.
Yeah, that's the main point. Yeah,
You send about
yeah.
15 and a SWAT team. You send about 15.
But they're 2 police officers with guns. And the young one shoots and misses several times at the fucking stationary postman before having to run away. Ed and the older cop meet and he tries to get his nan shot by the copper. He says she's got the shotgun, that she's insane, and shoot to kill. Fucking hell, Ed. You are a loser. Is it cowardly to not want to kill your zombie nan?
Well, I would fuck up my nan if she turned into a zombie.
That sound.
But she also had brittle knees. So
It's fucking,
go for the legs.
fucking slow eat the legs. Just 2 foot.
Yeah, just
2 foot.
okay.
A proper
wait
dirty
for
tackle.
her to not pay attention. Get up behind her and just fucking kick her in the back of the leg. She's down on the ground, and then just you've got all the choices. Then you could either go for fucking Hulk Hogan leg drop, fucking baseball bat,
Oh.
any other weapon, just your steel toe cap boots,
Oh.
preferably the Hulk Hogan leg drop.
It'd be like the time in Zombie Ass where the girl crushes a zombie face with her ass. Fucking slow motion and all. The young cop fires about 70 bullets at the Zimmer frame zombie and manages to get caught and eaten. And once again, I went, how the fuck's he not gotten away? Just run around them. They're old zombies. Just fucking don't run
also-
straight at the
also-
zombie.
You would assume they sent the firearms brigade, who have spent hours and hours learning how to shoot guns.
Yeah.
They can't land like 2 shots out of a full clip.
He shoots like fucking at least 30 bullets. Just like, yup. No, miss. Fucking the woman deflects it with a Zimmer frame. What Zimmer frame is fucking surviving a bullet? A funny little segment where Ed and the copper, they're stuck in the loo, and Ed, he needs a fierce shite. Like, he's busting. And then the copper fucking sells this perfectly, because he's like, can we not talk about this plan whilst you're having a shite?
Flush the toilet, close the lid.
Yeah, I mean, that's alright. Sometimes
There's only a small amount of feces particles in the air at that point.
sometimes the lid doesn't help, mate. Sometimes even the toilet bowl needs some airing out.
He had the fucking knee shakes going. He was probably fucking.
He was also
Busted.
he was sound like he was having a pleasurable experience. Like,
To be fair, you know when you've ate like a shitload of Chinese food,
yeah,
it just builds up overnight,
yeah.
and the next day you're like,
In the morning, your stomach's hurting. You're like,
Yeah.
oh no.
fucking. You can tell you're about to drop the third nuke to ever be dropped on planet Earth.
A better call bomb squad.
Just, hello, my dad's got a bomb.
Just kidding, it was me. I had Chinese. But yeah, it's a genuinely beautiful like 30 seconds where he's just like, just fucking, oh, he sells it perfectly. The smell is so bad they end up escaping the house and into the wild. They're faced by their challengers, the postman, the copper, and a weird cross between Rob Zombie and Jesus Christ. The old copper man gets snapped up and Ed ends up back in his house. The Michael Myers ghost spot as Ed manages to escape through the window once again by hiding under a sheet, coercing his nan in with some blood he put on the wall, and then shoving the sheet over her head and tying her in it. Fucking hell. Just fucking golf clubber, man. He crawls onto the roof and Glasses Boy finally asks, Ed, how's your girlfriend, by the way? Reminding us that Ed, despite ringing up literally everybody else, has forgotten his girlfriend. So, he's quickly like, oh shit. Shit.
Yes, this is a problem.
His girlfriend... His girlfriend Gemma is understandably angry and throws out the, just because it's the end of the world doesn't mean I'm going to forgive you. It's just like, fuck's sake, come on. Oh. Like, out of the things to say in a zombie apocalypse, that's top of the list. To be fair, I would be fuming.
I'm trying to think there's a line I heard somebody say it, I can't. There's so many good, like, just because it's, like, I don't care just because it's, the, like, shit like that, you know?
Yeah. She's been trapped in a car by her Uncle Rod, who has been gurning at her the whole time. Is he a zombie? No.
That's how he normally looks.
Doesn't even know there's a zombie outbreak. He just wants to get in, but doesn't know how door handles work. Ed says he's gonna come for her and save the fucking day. Good job, Ed. Appreciate that. About time. Hatboy escapes from the rubble of his car after a zombie, like, fucking just crushed the front of it.
We're front loader.
And Gemma's mate murders her Uncle Rod and says, "Hello," as if she didn't just fucking murder her uncle. I don't care if you're a fucking zombie. And the uncomfortable thumbs up afterwards fucking seals it, because she's just kind of like, eh. Ed manages to jump off the roof, steals the Glock, and hits a running Singham to a woman's forehead. And he takes a rock to the face by the local slingshotter. What a day. He manages to find himself looping all the way around the houses and gets back into his house again.
Why does he keep going into his
I
house?
don't know. Billy asks for the Glock and he's like, no, bud, no. And finally, it's time to face the big bad. The big
Nan.
evil. Big Nan. The Granny of the Dead.
Super Gran!
Ed versus Granny and literally everybody else who was clamoring outside the house. Ed does his best impression of the Slat 2 and just one by one, just, don't be mean to your sister. Just fucking slaps the shit out of them with a golf club. Oh, fuck, I love that slap video. And he murders just about all of them as the clouds go black. But Ed is once more attacked by his nan. She's a resilient little fucker, isn't she?
Well, it's not like he's really done much damage to her.
She produces a hand from her mouth. But Ed parries this with a bullet to the brain.
I'm gonna save the fucking.
Ed has successfully killed a few zombies, so it's time to go out and save the fucking day. Coated in blood, his parents get back from their holidays with zero acknowledgement of the zombies. Isn't there zombies taking over the town?
Yeah. Yeah.
How the fuck did they get back to their house without seeing one zombie? Thank you, Tom Tom. It gives him a ticket like the sat nav a tap.
Our zombie-less free journey was brought to you by Tom Tom, our sat nav.
Ed runs out to save the day, but is run over by Gemma, another woman. He says he's bruised his arse. Nah, Ed, that might just be because you spent 90% of the movie on your ass.
Yeah, he didn't move, lazy fuck. Get moving.
Meth head Simon Pegg, Dad jogs his way to the car, and they all relocate to the car. Hatboy appears, the two lads get in the car as well, and they figure out how to dump the old copper. Ed now sells a pot to the head, but is then staked by Ed's mum. Yay! Finally, he's dead. Whoa! They're not done as Billy appears, and he gets shot in the leg by Harry. Not really.
Was it Harry or was it Hoodie?
It was Hoodie.
Ah, bastard.
And then he hands the shotgun to Harry.
Yeah. Shit. Sorry, Billy.
Sorry, Billy. Which leads to a zombie munching his neck. He turns and lunges at the hat boy after being turned. The glasses guy and his girlfriend show up, trapping Billy between the two cars as he head-on crashes into the other one for some reason. After screaming at his girlfriend, "Stop the bloody car!"
Stop driving! Stop driving!
Hat guy is somehow alive. My best guess is that he slid down under the car.
Yeah, he seemingly slid down under the car and fucking hid. But that's right, that car's fairly low. Motherfuckers.
No, it's not the fact it's low, it's the fact he was pinned to the bonnet by a zombie.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, alright bud, let go of those arms, I'm gonna slide down under here. Between your legs, it'll be okay. The surprise gay too late. Yeah, they hold hands in the car.
Oh.
Blood splatters across everyone's faces, and no one's sure how to feel. All the couples regroup, and the two lads wipe blood off each other's faces. Surprise gay?
Oh,
Dubulous homosexuals?
That's so funny. I don't know why that line cracked me up.
Pretty cute film.
Surprise gay.
To be fair, they did have serious, way more than best friends chemistry.
I've got the barrel, I've got the barrel, bud. But that's not the barrel. Wouldn't mind if you cocked it a few times, though. Why is it suddenly really wet, bud? I don't know what this is.
It tastes funny.
Why is it in my mouth?
Shotgun's meant to make a weird
Why have you
taste.
put the shotgun in my mouth, bud?
Oh, but please don't blow it.
Oh.
That's what the hell is that? The gang realised that Ed's brother was working at the old folks' home, and they set off to save the day. And that was Granny of the Dead.
Alright, and that was Granny of the Dead. Ultimately, a bit of fun, but not really that good whatsoever. I just like the Welsh accents, really.
I don't know if it's because we had just watched Disaster Movie or not, but I think this is worse. Like, there's a few. I think I had more fun watching Disaster Movie with you
Yeah.
than I did watching this with you by a
Yeah.
mile. Because, like, other than, like, Hattie and Harry,
Yeah.
and, like, the hat guy, I think it's for Ed is the worst of his friends to watch. Like,
Yeah.
even Gaz had a more enjoyable scene than him.
I'd pay to see a film of just Gaz just bedding old Granny.
There's sites for
that. Yeah, we spend so much time with Ed, but he's just not that good. Like, his best lines are in the first 10 minutes, and then then he just goes out the house, in the house, out the house again, back in the house.
On the roof.
On the roof. And it's just kind of like, oh, come on, man. I get it, slow budget, blah, blah, blah. You can't really have a bunch of locations.
Yeah, but could they have not just set more of it in the forest?
Yeah, I'd have had a lot more fun if he did just kind of run around his local thing.
Aye, like, there's more than a few sets, like, they could have used.
Yeah.
Like, I say there's at least, like, 6 or 7 sets used in the film, like, just different places outside.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, it just feels like, I know they only, for $7,000, they did a really good job.
Yeah. No, I'll say that. I will agree.
Like, the major problem I have with it is the lighting. The lighting really puts you off.
It's all over the fucking place for sure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes the contrast is too high, sometimes it's too saturated. It just, yeah.
You know, it makes sense. Like, why the lighting's so much better in it compared to that. Like,
oh yeah.
It would also help if they tried to film at the same kind of time of day. Because there's a lot of points where it's like turning night in one shot and it goes to someone else who's on the phone. It's just.
I suppose, I mean, it is another one of the fairly, like, low, like, it just depends on the mood, really. If you're in the right mood, it'll hit you proper and you'll have a lot of fun. Because there are still the fun lines. Like we mentioned. I still love he fucking walks down and finds his nan cooking his cat and then goes, oh no, I love little Moggy.
Yeah.
The other line I also enjoyed is the fucking, no, I've got the shotgun, bitch.
Just for the record, are you saying that your nan doesn't have a gun and she isn't trying to shoot you?
No, I have the fucking gun, bitch.
Sorry about shooting your uncle, but he was coming at us. Yeah. Did you really have to shoot my dog, though? Yeah, he had that look in his eye.
Can't be too sure.
Yeah, he can.
No, he had that look in his eye.
He's always got that look in his eye. He's got one eye.
But yeah, I think it was ultimately, I found the accents funny, and I just wanted a dumb zombie movie. But turns out it's a whole lot worse than I remember. So it didn't hold up.
I didn't think it would be as good as you thought it was going to be.
No.
Like, from the start.
But I do often have that issue where I'm like, this was fucking good. And then I watch it and I'm like, oh god, no it wasn't, fuck me. If we still do our imaginary list, is Granny of the Dead the worst movie on it?
Well, that we've watched together?
Yes. I don't know, I'd like to put Granny of the Dead just above Disaster Movie, purely because it at least has, like, some funny lines in it. But yeah, Granny of the Dead, not really the best, but vaguely fun. If you're someone who doesn't really interact with many Welshies, maybe you'll enjoy it for the novelty.
Or not being able to understand them.
Yeah, that too. Americans would have a fucking guy. I don't understand what he's saying though. It's like, oh, for fuck's
Are these guys Scottish?
We have been easily entertained. I've been Ash.
I've been Slater.
And make sure to catch us next Saturday. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.